it is incredibly important that we find a way to educate future leaders who will be ethical in the way they do things, who will be problem solvers, so we don't have events like what have happened in the Ivory Coast, which, if you look at it really bluntly, it's about somebody cheating, right, in an election. But it's also about a leadership that is not managing competition properly. In Africa, we have a scarcity of resources, and there are different ideas. And so it is natural that there would be a competition for resources, that there would be a competition of ideas. But if that competition is managed properly, then we won't have conflict. The conflict occurs when competition is not properly managed. And the events in Côte d'Ivoire, if the competition between Gbagbo and Ouattara had been properly managed through an electoral system, then we wouldn't have seen the hot war that occurred. We need to educate people who are philosophers. We need to educate engineers and lawyers and doctors and teachers and business people who are ethical beings. And I feel that if we don't do that, if we don't educate these people who are ethical, who are able to look at problems from different perspectives, who are able to be problem solvers, who can come up with creative solutions to Africa's problems, then we will not have a renaissance that is so necessary in Africa. There's reason for hope because we already see some successes at Ashesi. We already see positive impact. I want to share with you just a few, very quickly, a few things that I think are going right. Most of our students get job offers before they graduate. About 70% every year have job offers before graduation day, 90% within 3 months of graduation, 100% within 6 months of graduation. So clearly, we're educating people in a way that corporate Ghana and society actually values and needs. So that's a good indicator. But we see what our alumni are doing. When I started this project, I told people that I'm taking this very long-term view to what I'm doing. I will not actually see the results of my work for 30 years when my alumni are out there and they're in leadership positions to see how they behave. But we already see alumni who are young and junior in their fields exhibiting the kind of behavior that we would like. We have an alum who graduated summa cum laude in computer science in 2006, who decided to go run an orphanage instead of work as a software developer. And the orphanage also has a school that used to record very high failures, but that now is recording 100% distinction on the junior certificate exam. That's putting them within the top 5% of the country. And she's decided that this is now her life's mission, to help change education in primary school and in high school. The orphanage is working to build a high school, and she's very engaged with the curriculum development of that project. And she's bringing technology into the classroom and teaching problem solving and critical thinking through the means, and logical thinking through the means of just using technology, designing code, and doing simple things that kids can do. We have an alum who has returned to his home country of Nigeria, who recently built a mobile application that enables Nigerians to have access to the Constitution. It's a fairly simple thing to do, but it's the kind of thing that can have profound implications in a society where everyone has a mobile phone, and now, for the first time, everyone can get access to the law. And it's interesting because he's probably not going to make money from this particular project. I mean, he's doing other things in technology where he's going to make money. But it's really refreshing to see a young person out there not thinking only about where he's going to make money, but thinking about how he can make a deeper impact in his society and how he can change his country in a profound way. And if he keeps thinking this way over the next 30 years, I'm pretty sure that he's going to have a big impact in his country. We have an alum who is now in the Ghana Armed Forces, who just 1 year out of college was assigned to head a peacekeeping unit in Liberia, and he graduated in 2005. So a young person who demonstrates a certain ability in the military that causes his superiors to trust him to lead others in a difficult circumstance. I think that these are incredibly inspiring and hopeful events. There's lots of other examples from our alumni. We need to keep them with this fire in their belly. We need to find a way. This is my next project. How do I build on what we've done so far so that students never graduate from Ashesi? After 4 years, you get a bachelor's degree, but you remain an Ashesi student for the rest of your life. And you remain engaged. And we're able to keep this fire burning. I feel that they will affect the world directly in the work that they do. And I hope that we will affect Africa by demonstrating to other universities that there is a different way to do things, and that we will demonstrate to other universities that education ought to be a project of enlightenment. Thank you very much.